What's up, guys? It's Sam and Colby.
What's up, guys? It's Sam and Colby.
Welcome back to Impulsive, #1 podcast in the world.
Yes, guys. We love doing podcasts.
Apparently, everyone wants to do podcasts now.
I know, apparently, we can't do our own podcast without people getting mad.
All good, though. No worries. No shade. No tea. Just facts. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, today's going to be a little different. If you guys have watched the last YouTube video on the Sam Colby channel, we announced that we are going to do monthly videos from our Florida exploration videos. So you guys are going to get more content for the same price. So what's up, guys?
Same price. And we just didn't want to, waste those videos because they're so cool. But obviously our channel now on YouTube wouldn't make sense to post those. So we decided, hey, why don't you guys get to have them, you know?
Yeah, so there you go. But with that being said, we're also doing a different podcast today. So instead of talking about a specific, that one,
specific,
one of those words, we're gonna do a Q&A. So we asked you guys on our channel memberships question and answer podcast, and we just favorited a couple of them, but we're just gonna go through it.
Let's do it. A lot of these were very juicy. When we were looking through them, we were just like, "Jeez, guys! Like, holy crap!" I guess when I posted it, I said like, make them kind of interesting or juicy or whatever. But I was not expecting that.
There's also like, wait, how did you know that? Like, where did you know?
Yeah.
Like, where did you find that information to even like ask us? But yeah, okay, let's just get started into it. We'll answer a bunch of different questions, and if not, we'll just run on a tangent or something. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, and then just one thing before we start, guys. We live in a different area now, so it's not like this quiet office building. Mm-hmm. It is right in the middle of like a city, so there's construction and probably going to be police cars throughout this. Just
the entire time, and planes. Like we're right next to a damn airport. And
speaking.
Oh my god! Can you guys hear that? Oh my god! Right when I said that, there's a freaking plane that comes. No way.
No way. Okay, wait. Let me turn this down.
Turn that down.
I think we're blasting their eardrums.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
All right, cool. Hey, perfect. Sweet.
You want to start with the first one?
Sure.
Gracie.
Okay. Gracie asks, my friend and I want to explore and move to LA. Do you have any advice? Is LA a good idea? Okay, cool. Starting PG. Let's do this.
Yeah. Well, it would depend how old you are, of course, but when Sam and I first started to think about moving to LA, we were 17, and we had a plan and knew exactly what we were going to do, and it wasn't like we were just like, oh, whatever, like, I just want to move out to LA, and if it works out, hell yeah. If it doesn't, go back to college. Like, instead, it was just like, hey, we're going to come here, like, we have this amount of money, like, saved up. Like, it was definitely something that we sat and talked a lot about. So just make sure that like your friend's actually down to move. And then, yeah, I mean, like, I think LA is a good idea, and it's really like the land of opportunity and stuff. Like, you can meet anybody out here that can change your life in a second, or you can just meet like the most fake people out here. But
it also depends on what you want to do, because there's so many people, like, again, no shade, that we know that move out to LA and don't do anything with their lives. No. They just come out here to party, and then they waste their life away and then leave. It's like, yeah, LA's only good if you use LA.
You have to like work when you're out here, because there's like a lot of people that we know that literally don't do anything except go to parties, and they probably only have like a year left here.
Mm-hmm. So they're gonna run out of money. They just come here because they hear like, oh, it's amazing, and then they get here and they're like, what do I even want to do? Exactly. Like, yeah, come with a plan, or else you'll end up like one of those random.
Exactly. Come out here and bring like a lot of roommates, get like the cheapest spot you possibly can, and then just work. And then, yeah, I would say it's worth it.
All right, next question.
Iconic edits.
God.
Oh god. How old were you guys when you lost your V card? I think we've said this before.
23. I still haven't.
You're not 23 yet. I was 13. Just kidding. I was 18.
You were 13 with an 18-year-old? Is that what you just said?
No.
Guys, you heard it here first.
It was like literally like 5 days after my 18th birthday. I remember that.
So it was a birthday present?
No, unfortunately not. It was the first time I had like anything sexual happen to me, like third base. I'm not gonna say words because it's weird, but like third base on, like it just went
So you
for
just
it.
like you've never done anything besides just kiss a girl before and then just
Yeah.
out of boom,
Yep,
out of nowhere.
never did anything besides just like make out and shit. But then 18, I just met somebody that changed my life.
Whoa, all right, sounds good. Do you still talk to her?
No.
Have you ever talked to her since?
No.
Oh god,
No,
this sounds
dude.
one of those.
It's a one night stand.
It was just bang and see ya.
Which I'm not proud of. I'm not gonna lie. Like I wouldn't say like I don't know. Like I wish I would have found somebody that I really cared about to like lose my V card with. Not kidding, but it was at this point where I was like, okay, I'm moving to LA. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to like get as much experience as I possibly can before I just like am out in a big city by myself.
Yeah. I feel like it's such the stigma for like when you're 13 to be like, oh, I just need to be like in love with this person, have a perfect setting, by the fire, and it's like that doesn't happen.
But like your first time is terrible too. Like both people suck like their first times.
Yeah, so it's not like
So
it's
it's like-
amazing and romantic or
Yeah,
anything.
exactly. It's not going to be like the movie scenes you're all imagining.
I mean, unless you want it to. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, I was the same way. It was the first night I met this girl, I think. Like within
God.
a few hours.
How old
and
were
then,
you? 15?
I think I was 11.
Oh God.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's fifth grade.
That's what we wish. No, I think I was 18 too.
Hey!
We were both 18. Same year, I think.
Same year.
Same year, we both lost the V card, and then
That's the V card. Well, we weren't okay. Here's the thing, like, we weren't really like focused on that too in high school. Like, we hated the girls that we went to school with. Like, we sat alone at lunch and stuff. So, I don't know. As soon as we got out to LA, that's like when we started like expanding our social love lives. You know what I mean?
I think people also are gonna call us on that because everyone always says like, "Didn't you guys start like hanging out together by talking to girls and picking up girls all the time?"
Yeah, but like we just talked to them. We
Yeah.
never like did anything with them.
Yeah, we just want to let you know exactly what he just said earlier. Like all throughout high school, we just only like barely kissed a few different girls. Like it was not like we were not trying to pick up girls and just like I don't know do anything with them. It was literally we were just trying to get the confidence to talk to people, and then we'd be like, okay, we'll never talk to you again.
Yeah.
So like don't get any ideas. Like we weren't trying to be players in high school.
No, it was literally all about just stepping out of our comfort zones and like learning confidence.
Oh god. Okay, anyway.
Oh God.
Going on to the next one.
Yo, this girl has a. Doesn't that mean she's been apart for like 2-3 months?
Yeah, the Colby sticker.
She has my sticker, which is me with a bunch of rubber bands on my face. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for sticking around.
I think that's the furthest you can be right now. This is the
Really?
Colby sticker. So
What?
shout out to the OGs.
She's an OG.
Ariana Carter says, "Can you guys tell us the story of Sam's first car accident?" Oh yeah, where apparently Colby flew out of the windshield. By the way, I love y'all. Oh my god. Wait, when did we say that?
Dude.
How do you know about that?
I don't know. Dude, I don't know. Because we were on
We
a
never.
date one time, not with each other.
We were on a date.
Not with each other. We
A
went on
double
a
date.
double date a long time ago, and we told these two girls like a story about how Sam got in a wreck, and I was in the back seat, and I ended up like doing a flip and flying out the windshield. But yeah, that didn't happen.
But we didn't tell that story to the public.
I know.
Don't think.
I don't. Maybe we said it like on live sometime, but I don't. We wouldn't have joked around about that.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell you found that out, Ariana.
Okay, but first, going back to it before this, like, yeah, the fake story, we literally told these girls that I got in a car accident. Colby was in the front seat. He flew out of the window, landed like 15 feet in front, and was upside down. And we had no idea how he got there. And to this day, I don't think we've told them that this
Those
is
girls, yeah, they have no idea.
They still think that's true, and apparently so do you guys. But
Yeah, I did not ever fly out a windshield, guys. I swear.
you were close though. So what actually happened is I was like 16, and
So he was whipping it.
I was whipping it because it was like first couple months of driving.
I was terrified.
I don't know Oh, my buddy Nate. So this guy that we always used to do videos with, you guys have seen him in the Six Flags video. That Nate guy, he was so good at drifting.
Yeah.
You know? Like, he could drift any sort of corner or whatever, and on a car, you know, like, if you don't know what drifting is, it's like skidding the car sideways and then like landing a turn. It's really nice. But I was trying to do that because I was like really mad at being insecure and shit like that. And then I think I tried, because it was what? It was like sleeting, snowing, right?
Yeah, it was like raining.
So I was trying to drift this corner, and instead of, you know, turning correctly with the freaking wheel of the car, I just decided that I thought I was just going to skid because it was ice, and we slammed into this tree. And
we slammed it. It was like like 30 miles per hour, I think.
Yeah,
but it wasn't bad. I mean, the airbags went out and like we couldn't hear for like 5 minutes, but it's like nobody got knocked out or anything. It was just kind of like a poof, oh crap.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that happened is we were like sore for like a day or two.
Yeah, so it wasn't even that bad of a crash.
But the car was totaled, and the actual tree that we did, it was in my neighbor's yard. It died. Like they had, like that tree died, and they had to take it out and like get rid of the tree. It was like $1,000 tree.
Damn.
I was like, oh god, I feel so bad.
Oh well, I mean, too late now, right?
Exactly, but yeah, that was the only car accident I've been in. Actually, that's a lie. My sister got hit by a bus.
What? You were in the car too?
Yeah.
Oh god.
We literally were stopped at a stoplight. We looked at this bus, and he's starting to turn. You know how buses have to turn like 3 lanes wide?
Yeah.
And he just keeps going at us. We're like, dude, you're going to crash us. Dude, you're going to crash us. Dude, you're going to crash us. And then bam, he just smashes into us.
What?
Making eye contact with us, and he just hits us. I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's so strange. Did he stop and like get out and stuff?
Well, no, he tried to blame it on us.
What?
And I was like, dude, we were stopped at a stoplight. You can't blame that on us.
Yeah.
And then he got fired immediately.
Oh, good.
But my sister was crying and all this. It was so bad. I was like, dude, how does this guy see us stopped and still run into us?
Yeah. And it's like making eye contact, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to hit you.
Car accident with a parked car. That's like the worst you could be. All right.
Zoe? Should we do that? That's kind of like the same question.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Fowler and family. Will you guys ever move back to Kansas?
No.
No. Screw that. Honestly.
It was a good place to grow up, though. Like, I feel like everybody talks shit about, like, their hometowns. Like, you guys will... Well, some of you probably already know this if you're, like, going to college or stuff. But, like, for those who are not in college yet and haven't, like, left the house... you'll realize very soon that like all the friends you meet after high school will be like, yeah, I hated Nebraska, or like I hated New York. Like everybody says they hate like their hometown. Like I've never really like. Have you ever had a conversation with somebody that's just like, oh yeah, I'm from South Georgia or whatever, Georgia, and I loved it.
Probably in the sense of it being boring, but like if they knew what to do, I don't know. Cause like I just feel like. My memory of Kansas is boring, and that's why I don't like it. But to be quite honest, like you just said, it's so safe in Kansas. Mm-hmm. There's like really good school systems. Like I don't know, it was actually a really good place to grow up.
Yeah, we never really got bullied ever. Like maybe just verbally, but not like we never got physically bullied. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a really good place to grow up. But like I don't know, if you think about it from our perspective, it's like that's like backtracking. We move all the way to LA, have all these opportunities, and then go back to like farmland. You know?
Yeah.
It's not like what we're trying to do.
Exactly.
All right. Harriet
Conkle.
That's a cool name.
That's a cool name.
Holy crap.
Ever thought a fan was cute?
No. I'm just kidding.
You haven't?
Of course.
Yeah. There's a lot of cute fans out there. But they have to be over age. Or of age, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, we used to tour a lot when we were like 17.
True. So like when we were 17 we started touring like a lot, like going to like all these like different states, so we were able to think all fans are like cute. But like now I feel like at 22 it's a little creepy.
It's definitely a little creepy. I mean, but it's also there's a difference. Like also like we get these like families that are like adorable, and it's like oh my god, like we have like the cutest fans in the world.
Yeah.
It's different, yeah.
Like adorable cute, not like I want to date you. like that's
I want to date this 5th grader now. Yeah. It's like gee, right. But no, it's cool. It's I don't know. Our fans are awesome though, because I feel like now now that we're 22 and we have like older like content, and like no matter what like age our fans are, they like understand us more than
I know. I feel like we can be more like ourselves.
Yeah, because back in the day when we were like 17 making content, we were not 100% ourselves, but now that we like talk about the things we want to talk about, make the jokes that we find funny, I feel like you guys know us better and you guys are so much cooler. So
Like I just came out with Yif Me merch.
Why?
You know what I mean? Like that's how you know like our fans like don't care.
Yeah, no,
They asked for it too. I was like really trying to stay away from it, but like it was all my comments on my last picture, and so I was just like, alright, they wanted it.
I guess give it to them.
Alright.
Alright. Sister Brittany. Sister Brittany. Oh, she's an OGer too. Would you guys ever go to the haunted Nona's Pizzeria? I live like 20 minutes away and I would love to meet up with y'all and maybe go on a ghost hunt.
Well, we don't like to copy our friends.
Yeah. I mean, the Nona's Pizzeria is definitely their video that they did first, and
Corey and
their
Devin.
type of style, Corey and Devin. So we would never want to like do the same type of videos as they did, you know. Anyway, whoa, how do you say that? Slinick. Ooh, we got a newbie member. Welcome to the club. Slinick asks, "What are you guys most afraid of?" Ooh.
Dude, I've been in a weird headspace recently. I'm about to open up.
Oh God. Okay. what are you afraid of now? Are we gonna have like a therapist session?
Maybe. I don't know. Just recently, like late at night, I've been like thinking, dang, like what if this is like all over soon type thing? Like what if like this is the highest, not talking about drugs, but like highest we can get like in life, and then it's just, you know, like over after this. It's just a scary thought to me. Like,
oh, do you mean like you are scared of peaking early?
Kind of like peaking early, and just like if I were to walk across the street today and like get shot in the face just randomly, like I don't know, like that, the fact that everything can be just over instantly is like really scary.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
There's so many people getting like shot right now at like 20 years old when they're like crazy big or like peaking on social media, and they're like, oh yeah, this is my time, and then boom, they're dead.
I know. And it's like I'm always just like afraid of the unknown. I guess like everybody is, but like I'm afraid for some reason I've been like thinking about like death a lot, which is really dark.
Right now, are you afraid of death?
I came to terms with myself that like you can't really expect to have the full human experience if you haven't, or if you don't experience death like you do life. And everybody goes through it. Like there's only, like think about it like this, there's only like a few people in the world, or like a small percentage, that will go skydiving and experience that. But everybody, no matter who you are, how old you are, what race, no matter, like everybody dies in some way. So like everybody experiences that. And so since it's a part of life that's inevitable, I just like learned recently to embrace it and be like, okay, no matter how I die or when I die, it's gonna happen, so why like worry about it?
So if you died tomorrow, would you be happy with your life?
Yeah, no, I think I would. I think I'd be disappointed and being like, I wanted to do so much more. Like I want to get married, I want to have kids, I want to like move it to Hawaii and stuff like that. So, but like if my time came tomorrow, yeah, I think I lived a pretty awesome 22 years.
Yeah, I feel like if we died tomorrow, there's not much more we could have done in the amount of time that we had.
Right, like we've been around the entire world. We've, you know, like started something from scratch, 0 followers, to now over 2.7 million. Like, it's just insane. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely want to like experience a lot more stuff. I don't know. I'm not fulfilled yet, but I wouldn't be like upset if it happened.
Mine kind of goes along with that, but it kind of doesn't at the same time. My biggest fear is when I'm 65 years old, looking back on a specific moment and saying, wow, I really screwed up. Like, I shouldn't have done that. Like, I don't want... Like, my biggest fear is regretting my life when I'm 60. So that's why I feel like just every day I want to do something, or I want to like work harder. Like that's like what motivates me every morning is like, I don't want to regret this day when I'm 60.
Yeah.
And I just think that's the biggest thing. Is like when I'm 60 years old, I can't change much. Well, maybe I can. I can, you know, say different things or work on different things, but I'm never going to be 20 years old again.
Yeah.
So am I going to regret that?
That's like, I don't know why, but being 22, like obviously not old, but like it sound like I've never really thought this way until this year where I'm just like, damn, like I'm 22. Like I only have like 8 more years of like peakiness, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like everyone says, like your most attractive state and your like best prime athleticism and like health is when you're in your 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Like humans were supposed to be at their peak at 24 years old.
Yeah.
So, right now, like we're living our peak right now. So it's like, obviously when we're 30 to 40 years old, we'll have like just amazing lives as well, but in like a different way. Like we're gonna have back problems. Like that's gonna suck.
I know. It's gonna be really interesting. Everything's gonna like catch up to us too.
All right. Speaking of our journey, though, Maddie P says, "What is the hardest part about moving from Kansas to LA?"
Ooh,
because like most of it was amazing.
Most of it, all of it, actually was very, very exciting. I think the worst part for me was, and it's probably the same for you, was like the first night that I left my mom. Because then she was like freaking out like a little bit, like not hardcore, but like low key was just like about to cry when I was about to leave. And like that first night where I slept at my aunt's house or whatever, like halfway to LA, like it was really sad, and it was like, dang, like I really just like, this is it. It actually felt like we were going into a new chapter. Mm-hmm. Like it felt so like, dang, like I'm going off to the world right now. Mm-hmm. And now this like living here now, it just feels so normal and feels like we settled in and like made lives of our own stuff, which we have. But like when you leave from like going to school all the time, and then like it was 5 days after we graduated. Like,
yeah, it was a big change. That was probably the biggest change of our entire lives.
Yeah. And so the fact that we just packed everything, and plus like, mind you, I don't know if we ever told you guys this, but we went in my Corolla and literally packed all of our stuff in the back of my car and had no idea where we were going to stay. Barely did any research on like where we should go. We were about to like buy an apartment that was like an hour from like the best spots like in LA and stuff. It was bad. Like we were unprepared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the hardest part about moving was definitely knowing that it's going to be a change. Like when you go to college, you kind of go to college with a couple people you know, like especially if you go to like a state school, and if you get a job, you probably are going to get a job close to where you were raised, like, or like where you went to college, so you know people. But we literally up and left to where we knew that we were going to absolutely know not a single person that we were friends with in high school, not be around anybody. And I just remember saying goodbye to like Nate and like Eli and Mason and all of our friends at home, and just being like, whether or not I continue to see you, this is forever going to change our friendship. Like, it's not going to be the same. Like, I can't call you up. Like, yeah, maybe I'll see you once a year, but I'll never be best friends with like Nate again.
That is really sad, because it's like in high school we had a group where we every single day just hung out, and it was like our little gang in high school, because we didn't really have that many friends, but we had this one like group of people that we loved and always, we're up to like mischievous stuff with. And like as soon as college like happened, everybody just moved to different states. And like honestly, I don't talk to anybody from high school besides like 2 or 3 people. Mm-hmm. And honestly, like we randomly, this is kind of like off topic a little bit, but like a couple days ago we went to a party, and we ran into a girl from high school, which so weird. Like I haven't seen anybody from high school like that for 4 years, and like we just ran into this girl. I was walking out, like we were about to leave, and she grabbed my arm and was like, "Colby, we went to high school together." And I was like, "No, we didn't." And I just kept walking.
She's probably like, "God dang it."
And then she like ran after me and was like, No, my name's like Danielle. I was like, "Whoa, I remember you now." And like it was just weird and surreal to like see somebody from high school, because you honestly don't even have to like see or talk to anybody if you don't want to.
Yeah. No, and it reminds me of like, oh wow, I really don't think about anyone from high school. Mm-hmm. Like as sad as that is, I hardly think about even like our close friend group, honestly, on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks. And to going back to your point about your mom, it's like I used to talk to my mom every single day. I used to talk to my brother and sister every single day about like life and like problems and like getting better. And I don't do that. Maybe like once a month I'll catch up on like FaceTime and stuff, but it's definitely not the same.
Our life's definitely changed like 100%. So that's the hardest part, is you just got to get ready to, I don't know, deal with a lot of change. But it's fun change. It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
You have to move on at one point. So it was good.
Courtney Halsley says, what do you think, or what do you really think of LA and the people there? Which YouTubers are shady AF? Oh, God.
We specified this in my other video the other day. We aren't too fond of that many LA people out here.
Here's the thing, guys. We say Sam and Colby versus the world for a reason. Like, we have a bunch of social media friends, obviously, but there's nobody that I'm as close to, or I think Sam, than we are like with each other. Like, I think we have like this friendship that's like we had with our old Kansas friends and stuff, but you can't really find that out here.
You're not going to, because you can't trust anybody.
Yeah, you have no idea. Like, regardless of who it is, like, not even saying like there's just shady people like everywhere, but like, it's really hard like when you're in the spotlight to like find friends that actually care for you.
Or even older in general. Like, imagine growing up with someone when you're in 8th grade, when you're in 10th grade, you're not becoming friends with someone to get something out of them.
Yeah.
You know? You're only friends because you're like, I want to be friends with you. And so that's why high school relationships like last like a lifetime if you want them to. But afterwards, it's kind of just like you get new friend groups every couple of years whenever you change. So,
or there's some people that you can hang out with like for a month or two and then like never see them again out here.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, people, oh my gosh, this is like the classic LA line. You meet someone the first month or whatever, you walk up and go, oh, yo, what's up? You're so cool. Let's go hang out, dude. I'm gonna hit you up. Dude, we're gonna like make moves together. We're gonna make millions together. All right, cool. All right, text me. It's the last word you'll ever hear from them ever again.
Everybody says that. So yeah, as long as you have like a close friend group, or maybe like bring your friends from back home, like that's what I would say.
And okay, let's get in. You guys deserve some juice. All right,
some juice.
You guys are the core family, so I got this. Which YouTubers are shady AF?
Oh, God.
We got to get more specific on this, because I don't think that all YouTubers are shady, and I feel like we give a bad rep to YouTubers out in LA because we always say like we can't trust anybody. And to be honest, I'll give you a little secret. The biggest YouTubers are always like some of the most genuine people. Yeah. Because they like think about it. Okay, so the Bill Gates of the worlds, the biggest, the PewDiePies of the worlds, they're always so humble. Like the Barack Obama of the world is humble and like awesome because they don't need to like use other people. They don't need to like swindle people out of their stuff to get to where they want. They just work really hard and they do it themselves. So like you can trust that the biggest of the big are more humble. But the people that are like scraping by and people that are like desperate or like for attention or people that are like, you know, rising YouTubers, they're usually the ones that are more sketchy because they will do anything and say anything to get to the top. So if you can take that with a grain of salt, look at a lot of the YouTubers that you guys watch and look at their collabs. Like if someone's like reaching, you know, they're probably not doing that out of 100% friendship. Right.
And you guys can, like, we're not going to say any names, obviously, but you guys can probably see. Just, like, look at our tweets, look at our look at our Instagram posts, and, like, look who always comments on every single one. And that'll probably explain a lot. If
there's some person trying to make a joke under every single every single picture, obviously they're just trying to get numbers.
Like do you really think they're doing that so I look at it and I laugh and I'm like, haha, oh yeah, this person commented again. Great. I love that. Or do you think they're commenting because they know that their comments is going to get likes and it's going to be top comment?
So the other day, probably 3 or 4 days ago, there was this YouTuber, I'm not going to name names, but he was like, guys, don't get mad at me. Of course of course I know, like, I probably shouldn't comment on X girl's Instagram picture every single day, but she's been gaining a lot of followers recently, and I'm just trying to get followers out of that. And I'm just trying to get followers out of that person. And I was like, dang, this person literally outed themselves, saying, like, the only reason I comment under people's pictures is because, like, they're trying to get followers. Yeah. So that type of mindset kind of shows you, like, what LA YouTubers are out here for.
I know. Or you got to be careful of, like, the people who claim to be your friend and will hang out with you and, like, act like your friend just so you can do business with them, too. Like, we've had multiple times where we, like, hang out with people for a couple months and we're just like, oh, this guy's really awesome. And then out of the blue, they're just like, hey, could you, like, do a music video or, like, do a YouTube video on my channel really quick? And then, like, do you mind, like, tweeting it and stuff? Like, it's just, like, strange, guys. Like, imagine, like, your friends right now in high school or wherever you're at, college, elementary school, I don't know. And, like, they're always trying to get something from you. You know what I mean? It's just, like, it's weird. It's really strange. It's hard to trust people.
There's the tea of the day. All right, cool. So Mooncat, OG member, goes, what's your biggest insecurity? A physical and non-physical, just to keep it fair. Ooh. Do you have an answer for that?
I do. But it's like, I don't know. I don't like to talk about it because I don't really like sympathy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why. Maybe it's just I'm a pessimist or something like that. But, like, whenever I see a lot of people just like, oh, I hope you're okay, like, it makes me feel like, oh, like, see, I made them upset. Like, I'd rather people not give me sympathy because then it's just more negative emotion in a way. But I don't know. That's weird.
No, I think I feel the same thing. It's like, our lives are fantastic. Like, we shouldn't be complaining about anything. So, like, when other people are like, I don't know, feeling bad for us, it's like, no, you don't have to.
Yeah,
do
like,
that.
don't feel bad. Like, I don't want you to feel bad for, like, me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I have a lot of insecurities. I think that's, like, the thing I struggle with most in my life. I don't know if I ever talked to you about that, Sam, but, like, after moving out to LA, that's what social media does to you, is you're just constantly subconsciously comparing yourself to others. And it doesn't matter if I have, like, thousands of people saying, like, that I'm the most attractive person in the world. It's, like, what I think about myself. You know what I mean? So if I look in the mirror and I'm just, like, insecure about a certain thing, then that nobody else is going to be able to change my mind because my mindset's already set. So that is, like, one of my big struggles, but I'm, like, working on it and really trying to just focus on myself and growing my own brand and not really, like, comparing myself to anybody else. And yeah, I don't know. It's like I have, like, multiple, like how I act and, like, how I look. So I don't know.
So what's one random one? You don't have to say the main one of looks.
Of looks? Shoot. Okay, so I have a lot. I don't like my chubby cheeks. Like, I really don't like that. For a long time, I didn't like my eyebrows. I hated it. And I hated how everybody, like, commented about my eyebrows, even though they were all nice comments. They'd all be like, oh, you have perfect eyebrows, but I'd still be like, fuck, I don't want to hear that. I don't know why.
Really? Why?
It's weird. I don't know. I just don't like to, like, think about it. It's, like, something weird in my mind. And that's kind of, like, why I'm saying this right now, is because maybe you guys have, like, the same thoughts or something like that. But, and then, like, I know as soon as we post this, there's going to be everybody that are just like, oh, my God. Like, trying to...
It's okay.
Like, which is cool. It's nice. But at the same time, I, like, don't want sympathy. I just, like, really need to just focus on...
Yeah, nothing that someone else tells you is ever going to change your mindset. Like, sorry, guys, but that's just the truth. And that's the same thing with you guys. Like, if we say, like, oh, you guys are perfect, obviously that's comes from the heart. Like, we want you to get to believe that, but that's not going to change your mind.
Right.
Like, you're not going to just be like, oh, wait, oh, yeah, I am. Actually,
I am
boom. You can't do that. Like, it's the mind is... too powerful.
You have to, like, really believe. But see, this is where it gets kind of confusing. It's because some days I'll wake up and I'll be super confident, super social, super extroverted, super, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Super, like, what I like to call God mode. Which is, like, I feel like I can do anything, say anything. And, like, I watch videos of myself online and I'm, like, happy with it. And I'm like, hell yeah, that's awesome. But then there's other days, too, where I'm just, like, not, and I don't want to be on camera at all, or, like, I'll see myself like on a YouTube video and I'll be like, oh, I hate how I looked or how I act or something like that. And it's really
fair,
stupid.
Though. Good days and bad days.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like basically, long story short, I don't want people to give me sympathy. Like, just know that I'm okay and I'm like working on it, and it's like a battle that I have to overcome myself.
There you go. That's good.
It. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, insecurity was a huge thing for me before I started like this whole like confidence change. But in sophomore year, when Colby and I like worked on that for a really long time, I read a bunch of books and like really tried hard, and it was very easy for me to have to face that head on all the time. Like, I didn't really buy into the whole social media thing as much. So instead of like going back and forth, I just kind of decided, okay, this is the time that I need to accept who I am and like really dive deep. So obviously in social media, Colby and I compared every single day, but also I'm compared with every single other person on the platform every day. Like, and you just can't escape it. Mm-hmm. So I decided, as opposed to like whatever, just like seeing that comparison and like making it get to me, I was just like, all right, let's just go through and really figure it out and just decide once and for all, are you going to care about this or you're not? So at least for social media hate and whatnot, I think I got past that, because for a long time I just had to every single day overcome, okay, I'm compared to this person, I'm compared to that person, and I will forever be compared to this person. So I just decided, okay, I'm just not going to care that much. I mean, for social media at least. I mean, obviously, I care if my friends like say something bad about me, or if my close family say I shouldn't have done something, or I didn't look good in this thing or whatnot. And so it still affects me to a minor degree, but at least for social media and posting, I just decided not to care as much, and just like whoever I am, I'm going to be. And I think the reason for that is, for a long time, I really just head on, like said, I'm going to face my problems and just figure it out. And so it took me a while, and it definitely was hard, and I had to accept a lot of hardships and saying like, I'm not going to be perfect. But once I did, it's been pretty good for the last like 2 years.
That's good.
But that's more for like looks. I think I'm still decently insecure about like the non-physical stuff, like just like in videos, like who I am in like a video, or like how I'm compared, because obviously like in the world of, let's say, our house, like Corey would always be like known as like the funniest person there, and then like Jake is like the randomly like off-brand colorful dude, like Colby's the emo guy, and like Aaron's like obviously the weird, like you can say whatever you want to say, like mammoth, like I don't know, like I'm gonna just be whoever the fuck I want to be, and like say like gibberish, and he's like his own type of humor, and I was just like, what am I type thing. I'm like not distinguished enough like the other people, so it's just hard to get through to those types of things. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's on like a non-physical side of just trying to figure out who you want to be.
Yeah,
it's like hard.
I think that's like everybody in social media kind of deals with it, especially because you go on a freaking app that like is just fake. Like all of Instagram is fake if you think about it. Like, like what social media creator do you know that like posts a picture without like adding either some sort of filter or like some sort of editing to it? Like I can tell you guys right now that all my pictures on Instagram are like completely edited. Like Sparks like does, like she's like my photographer and she edits the crap out of my pictures. You know what I mean? Like. Like, not changing, like, how I look physically, but, like, colors and lighting and mood change, like, all that stuff. Like,
making it look really cool.
Yeah, it's, like, fake. Like, regardless of, like, how you want to think about it. So, when you're constantly, like, comparing yourself to other people, especially when, like, the cookie cutter, like, sharp jawline, six-pack, abs, tall, dark, handsome dude is, like, what every single girl likes, it's, like... It's really hard on self-esteem, especially when we've been doing it for 5 years.
And especially since we have been doing it for 5 years, everyone else has been doing it for 5 years too. So they understand that you need to be perfect. So back in the day, 5 years ago, you could get models on Instagram that weren't like size zeros or like six-pack abs, and like they'd still be big. But now, if you're trying to be a good looking person on Instagram, but like there's only perfect people left. So it's like really annoying to be like, okay, how do I compete? You know, you can't. You literally can't. You just have to accept it.
And like the craziest part about all of that is like those perfect people that we're talking about, which I'm using like quotes on that, probably feel the same way and think like they're not perfect and look to other people.
Everyone is edited, so it's not really like they're that person, but you just see that side of them. Oh, they have 6-pack abs. Well, in reality, they don't have abs at all. They actually just use a stitch-on ab.
I know.
It's
like,
so fake.
Instagram is just like a platform of showing like the best you, and that's why like I don't know. It's like, ugh. It's so hypocritical of me because that's like my job at the same time. Like seeing people that are just like quote unquote perfect all the time is just like, I don't know.
And I think it's a lot to do with Instagram. I think Twitter is your thoughts, and I think YouTube obviously is a video platform. You can't really fake it, and you have to act and talk as if you were acting and talking normally, especially if you do like long form content like us. Like we can't fake everything, you know, for a whole like overnight video, you know. It's like we have to like show who we really are. But only on Instagram you can just edit and chisel your abs and make your boobs bigger and stuff. It's bad. Let's move on. This is ranting on this one subject. But let's go last question. Trend 04. Another OG. What's your guys' favorite childhood moment, and what was your high school experience like? Let's morph that. Let's say, what was your guys' favorite high school experience? Because we have a lot of experiences in high school. Maybe we should make that a full podcast.
Honestly.
Like our high school experiences and like funny stories from
that
high
would
school.
Take so, yeah.
Because
we explain all of them, it'd be like another hour podcast.
Okay. So like one big moment that you remember, obviously not the favorite.
In high school?
We'll do a whole podcast about high school stuff, but yeah.
Oh shit. First of all, will we come back to Chicago? I'm sure, yes, we'll come back to Chicago. You guys are crazy out there. But high school experience, let's see. One of my favorites was probably when we got called down to, or no, okay, so we this is so funny. We got like verbally made fun of like a lot, to where literally we'd be walking in the hallway and like a kid would like yell like that we were gay or something like that, like as we were like walking past. I was like, okay, whatever. But like people knew us in our school as like the Viner kids, and like believe it or not, when you're a popular Viner, like that doesn't change anything.
Yeah,
like everybody in our school actually like we're trying to bring us down rather than being like, dang, like hell yeah guys, like good job, like people from Kansas City getting like popular, like what's up.
Yeah, like even to like establish that even more, that girl that we met from our high school like 3 days ago still treated us as if we were the nerdy bad kids that she knew like 5 years ago.
I know, she was not cool. But so right before we left, we threw our own event at like a local venue and made it kind of like a big deal on our social media and told everybody to come because it was a great way for us to like raise money to like actually move out to LA. And we had done like events and stuff, you know, when we were 17, 18, all that stuff. But word had gotten around like our school and everything that we were throwing this event, and we started getting made fun of like kind of for it, like behind our backs and stuff, or hearing people like talking about it. Like our friends would say that all the jocks and kids were like talking about it and how like lame and weird it was. And so what we did was we went home and we like made this PDF like file of like a flyer basically. It's what it looked like, of like, hey guys, Sam and Colby meet and greet like this day, and it had our pictures all over it, like come meet us, like blah 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 blah, just like a giant flyer. We printed out like 50 of those, and then every single day, like on Monday through Friday, every single school day, we woke up at like 6 a.m., which was like an hour before our school actually started, and we went to a different school, like in our district.
Oh my god, I remember that. Jeez.
In our district, so like, okay, for example, our school was Blue Valley, right? And so we were Blue Valley original, like we were just Blue Valley, but then there was like Blue Valley West, there was Blue Valley Northwest, Southwest, etc. So every single day we went to a different school and hung up our flyers in the hallways, so like the janitors didn't have like time after school to like clean it all up. And it was just so funny because everybody was making fun of us like all week, and then we just hung up flyers like everywhere in like the senior like hallway and stuff like that. Like, hey guys, come to our meet and greet. And yeah, I don't know. I just remember being in a class, like we were at like 5th hour right before lunch. I remember Sam and I were in the same class, like a business class, and for some reason our school was so like, I guess like old fashioned that like whenever they would have an announcement, they would announce it across like the entire school and everybody could hear it. And I just remember like that day after we posted the flyers, us being in that class and then hearing the announcements come on and be like, Sam and Colby, please come to the office. And it's everybody being like, oh, shit.
Throughout the whole school, like, oh, the Viners are in trouble.
Mm-hmm. And they basically just like said like, what the crap, guys? Like, why'd you hang that stuff up? We were just like, oh, just for fun. Like, we'll take it down. And that's it.
Oh, God.
I thought that was so funny because, like, everybody was bringing us down behind our backs, and then we just kind of slapped everybody in the face and just said, yeah, come to our meet and greet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was cool.
Yeah, no, that was legendary because we kind of just didn't give a crap. I'm like, whatever. I would say, real quick, for my just, like, what stands out about us in, like, high school is, you guys know we were band kids, but once a year, our band would do like these trips, and we might have told this story before, but like let's say like the first time we do a trip, like we went out and like we went to St. Louis, like our whole trip went to St. Louis, or our whole band class, sorry. We would always be the instigators to do something wrong, and our band leader person, you know, the teacher basically, hated us.
Yeah.
And she always suspected that we were going to do something, but we always got away with it no matter what, which is the best part. So 3 years in a row, let's say. So our freshman year, or maybe our sophomore year, when we went to St. Louis, we, as soon as the bus parked at the hotel like that we're staying at, everyone's like, all right, well, let's meet up in 1 hour. We'll give everyone ready time to like pack, and then we'll go for lunch. Now everyone went straight into the hotel room. However, we just like left our bags in the bus and sprinted off, booked it off into the middle of St. Louis, and went on like a tour for an hour. Just me and Colby. Like no one else is there.
And we were little too. We were like 5'2", little like white boys.
15, 16 years old. Like it was
like,
just insane.
Yeah.
And so doing that over and over and over again every single year was so fun. Like I remember we the next year after that, which is cool, we'll get into like a lot more band stories later, but this is awesome. One of the coolest parts about band is what I remember is we planned for the next year after that, since we had already done it once, that we were going to do it late at night for a long time. We called it the heist. So we like,
which means to rob a bank. So
yeah, so that was bad. Scary. But we called it the heist, and we planned it with like code words and everything, like really stupid stuff. But
we went hard.
We planned it for like a month before, like exactly when we could leave the building, how we were going to leave, and how to get past all the people, like what type of clothes we needed, because there were security guards, and they put tape on every single person's door.
Yeah.
While we left, because they knew that especially the guys would try to leave during the night, so they wanted to know who left, who got out. But oh my god, we planned it all perfect, and like at 2 a.m, we like left and had people come in and retape our doors and watch, like stand out post guarded for us. We like went down, like put duct tape on the like on the corners of doors so that they wouldn't make any noise, and we snuck out. And then I think St. Louis at the time was the 3rd most dangerous downtown area in America, and we, being two, I think at this point 16 or 17 year olds, went out at 2 a.m, from 2 o'clock to 5 a.m, and toured the whole city.
Yeah.
And just walked on train tracks, walked on bridges, ran around. We probably scaled 10 miles that night.
Oh, for sure.
Just like running and walking around.
We had that homeless guy chase us too.
Oh, yeah, we had multiple homeless guys to chase us. I feel like, oh, that was horrible.
We were in like, honestly, like if we could probably put up the pictures. Like still images.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of pictures in my phone of that day. But yeah, we were in all black head to toe. Like black gloves, black hats and everything. And guys, this was like a Mission Impossible. Like we called like a specific person and we're just like, all right, let's go. Boom. Okay, we just left. Go retape the door. Boom. Then we ran down the stairwell. Like, we mapped it out. We had blueprints of the entire hotel.
Like, if you think of Mission Impossible, that was us. Like, we were going hard.
We went so hard.
We had even like door stoppers prepped. We had like cushions on the thing so nothing would make a sound.
Our band directors like patrolled every single 15 minutes, so we had to like figure out, like look out our people and figure out like when like they were on, I don't know, their next roll.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Like, we might go into detail on it because at a different time.
That story could be a podcast in itself.
It was amazing. That was one of my best times of my life because it was like the first time Colby and I really, really worked together on like trying to make something happen, and then from that on we're like, all right, we got this. We can do whatever.
Yeah, that was cool.
All right, guys. But like we said, we'll probably get into more high school stories on another podcast. But hopefully you enjoyed this one, and let us know in the comments if you want us to do another Q&A one as opposed to just one themed type of podcast.
Yeah. Let us know if you like this better.
And hopefully within the next week or so, we can get out that first Florida video, because we know we promised you guys a Florida video exploration, but no promises because, you know, we got that busy life, but we'll try. We'll do our best, guys.
We'll do our best.
But yeah, if you guys like this, have any comments, concerns, suggestions for us, let us know, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Please. Yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
We love you.